Hey guys, looking at another older kit this week with Hobbycraft's 1/48 scale P-26. Let's dive right into her. So right away we will start off with our wing halves. Detailing is recessed, which is quite nice, but one thing that immediately caught my eye are these holes here and here. Those are actually for doing the rigging for this kit. They've actually pre-drilled the holes for you, which is a great inclusion, something which you don't normally see. So by having that already done for you, that takes a lot of the guesswork out. So and it's just a matter of making sure you get the right length in. So that's a nice bonus there. Beyond this, sizing and paneling all look great. Moving on. Next up, we've got our two fuselage halves. Again, detailing is quite nice. They also include the rigging holes on here as well. On this sprue, we also have our tail wheel, as well as a couple other odd and end parts, including the single machine gun that this aircraft has, which unfortunately is very poorly done. This is one area I feel like they dropped the ball, but I'm sure it's going to be more or less easy enough to find a replacement aftermarket wise, but it would have been nice that they included a decent one. Continuing on, with this sprue, we have the bulk of the other parts of this kit, including our wheel covers, the main gear wheels themselves, the cockpit tub, which is pretty basic. One area that they really didn't do a great job on is the control panel, which hopefully it will focus, as the gauges are empty. There's no detailing to them at all. They're just holes on plastic, which is unfortunate. Engine detail is also pretty poor, and they don't even include any kind of detailing on there. So another area that they dropped the ball. Beyond that, though, we also have our props, detail parts for the engine, and the rest of the parts to build up the cockpit and the engine. So, moving on to decals. This is another case of having an older kit. Don't know how well the decals will work. Unfortunately, because of age, that's one of those things that can easily go. As far as register and all that, it's good, but as I said, since it is older, you may end up having to toss decals. Now, one interesting note, and I don't know if this is just because I got this as a raffle prize, and this is someone including something into the box, or if this was actually originally included in the box. This is a nice little postcard with a fantastic image of the actual subject matter, which honestly, and we'll get into this when we go through the instructions, includes a nicer scheme, I think. Anyway, into the instructions. Assembly is really basic. The only major thing I would say is if you want to open up the cockpit, the surgery you got to do of cutting out, or take that back. But yeah, basically the only real area of concern is the cockpit, and again in the engine. Overall, it's a pretty basic kit and pretty straightforward. Obviously, you're going to have to do some rigging, so that might provide some challenge for people after having done it on the Stearman kit, which granted has a lot more rigging. It's not too bad. You just need to take your time and go slow. You're given two marking options. Both are in overall of drab. Pretty basic. Not a whole lot to say there. So overall, now the kit has some nice inclusions, and in all honesty, you don't see early Army Air Corps Aviation that often. So finding a nice inclusion of this kit is a plus. No, it's a subject matter you don't see a lot of. But obviously it does have some issues, but over on the whole, I think it's a halfway decent kit. Now, I would say maybe not use the marking options that the kit comes with if that postcard isn't included with the kit, or to find some other subject. So overall, it's a decent kit. Now, it has some issues, but they're not catastrophic issues. So that was a quick look at Hobbycraft's 1/48 scale P-26 Peashooter. Until next time.